Hi, my name is Luca. I'm a team member at the Alchemist Kitchen, and I am so excited to be joined by Sandra Velasquez. She is the founder of Nopalera, which we carry in our store in Soho and also online, and at our ABC retail location, which is in Union Square. So we have a lot of love for Nopalera, and thank you so much for being here, Sandra.
Yes, thank you for chatting with me, remotely. Um, just trying to do what we can remotely together.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I read on your beautiful website that your goal is to decolonize the bath and body aisle. So prior to creating Nopalera, what was the gap that you noticed in the wellness world?
Yeah, great question. So I, am Mexican. My whole family is from Mexico. I grew up near the border in California. And I noticed a couple of years ago, I noticed that I didn't see any high-end Latina brands on store shelves, like not even like at mass markets, like not even, forget about luxury, just I didn't see any like really beautifully branded high-end bath and body brands that really spoke to the Latina consumer and celebrated our culture. And so I was like, I think that I can do this. I think if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be me. And I just felt like, I know that this customer exists because I am that customer. And there's just so much richness in Mexican culture and Latino culture in general that it just was time, to create something.
And your Mexican heritage, you grew up in Mexico?
I grew up in San Diego, like about 10 minutes from the border. So my family lives in San Diego and the rest of my family lives in Mexico. But in San Diego, it's like the Mexican culture is so strong there.
Truly, truly. I'm also from California, and we have a lot of Mexican culture that I truly admire. But how does your heritage inspire your products, the design, the product ingredients?
Yeah, so the whole brand is, Nopalera is the name of the cactus plant, right? So when the cactus is in the ground, it's referred to as a nopalera. And everyone in California pretty much has one either in their front yard or their backyard. It's very common. It is a cultural symbol of Mexico. So it's, it's even on the Mexican flag. That's how Mexican it is. And in Mexican culture, we eat nopales. So it's something that we just, if you're Mexican, you grew up with nopales, like probably eating them either grilled or in, ensalada de nopal, like in a salad. And it's just so great for your health, but it also is so versatile and it's so sustainable. It regenerates really, really quickly. And so for skincare, you can use it to cleanse your skin and your hair as well. And for some reason, aloe vera gets all the love, when it comes to bath and body. But actually, aloe vera does not regenerate as nearly as quickly, as nopal. So, if you cut off like a piece of an aloe vera plant, like it does not grow back within 2 weeks, right? Whereas this does. And so all of these are handmade. These are cold processed. This is what's called a true soap. So I have 3 cactus soaps. You can see some behind me too. So there's, a green one, there is a black one, and then there is a pink one, which is the customer favorite. And all of them are made with the same like nourishing, like plant oils and butters, and also cactus. I use the cactus pad in our soaps. So, soap is something that, especially now during the pandemic, everyone needs. We can't have enough soap. We're always washing our hands. So I love taking like an everyday thing that's very practical and just like making it beautiful and elevating it.
That was actually going to be my next question, was the experience of creating a hand soap company in the middle of a pandemic, and whether that, the popularity of washing hands kind of helped benefit the your experience.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny because obviously I did not plan that, right? Like I had planned to launch the brand like in the summer of 2019. That's when I really committed to the idea, and I started working on it in June of 2019. And so then when the pandemic happened, it did not occur to me to not launch because I had just spent all year, like working on this and working on like the branding and like, just the vision of it and the story and the company values. And I was just so committed to launching this brand. So when the pandemic hit, I guess it was just fortuitous that I have a product that everyone needs, which is like soap, and also because we're washing our hands so much, you want to wash your hands with something that's not going to dry out your skin, right? So the soaps are great. I mean, I use these all over my face and body. It's like a full body soap. Unlike commercial soaps, which are made mostly with like palm oil and coconut oil and can dry out your skin, they often have like fragrances and stuff. So these are, I only use, very, very small quantity of essential oil. So the green one, smells like lemongrass. The black one smells like eucalyptus and sage oil, and then the pink one smells like jasmine. But they're very subtly scented, so these are not perfume soaps, right, by any stretch of the imagination. And then, of course, when we're washing our hands so much, they still get dry from. So I have this solid moisturizing bar. It's called the Botanical Bar, and this comes like in this cute reusable, recyclable tin. So just eliminating like plastic bottles in our houses and in our bathrooms where they don't need to be. And this is a solid plant butter bar that just melts on skin contact. So, and it's also vegan, so it doesn't have any beeswax. So it doesn't have like a waxy feeling, you know, that sometimes beeswax, like lotion bars will have. And so just with the warmth of your body, it melts. So you can like melt it between your hands and then like rub your hands, you know, on your body. Or I just usually just rub it, you know, directly on my body and just melt it like that. And I have really dry legs, so I use it a lot on my legs.
Yeah, right now it is very cold in New York City. A lot of the states across the US are very freezing right now. So what is your ritual or routine that you're doing to, you know, keep your skin moisturized, you know, combat winter dryness?
I know winter dryness is really real here in New York. I have really dry skin. And so a lot of the products, I mean, all of the products that I created are for people that have dry skin. I mean, obviously they're for all skin types as well. Like they're all very mild, you know, but my cactus flower exfoliant is, you know, an oil cleanser and a scrub and a moisturizer. So it's soap free. Like some body scrubs have some kind of surfactant or a soap in them to like leave you feeling like squeaky clean, but this is not that. So this is like you exfoliate, you know, and then at the end you just pat dry, and then it's like you don't really have to put on lotion afterwards because the oils will remain on your skin. So I use this on my legs in the winter because I have really dry legs, like they will like crack, you know, and like my calves. And then so I don't really have to put on anything afterwards because that moisturizes my skin. But I use this, you know, like on my arms and my hands pretty much every day. And then, you know, obviously I bathe with my soaps every day as well. So it's a combination of like kind of oil cleansing and then just really concentrated moisturization, you know, and this has the cactus oil in it. It has the pescohuite, which is a Mexican tree that is used to regenerate skin cells. So, and then it has, you know, cocoa butter, which is great for the skin, as we know. So, but the nopal oil really makes it luxurious because that's something that's usually reserved for the face, prickly pear oil, as people call it. So that's what I do. I had pull out all the stops to stay not dry.
And can you elaborate more on the hair care process with your products? Because I didn't even know you could use the bar for your hair.
No, you can't. I wouldn't use this for your hair. No, this is really just for your skin. Yeah. So this is really just for your body. So I wouldn't use this on your hair.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
So you said earlier that your products are vegan. Do you have any connection to veganism, or how did you decide to go forward with a vegan product? Because that's very lovely and very rare with hand soaps. Often they have glycerin or body fats of animals.
I know. Yeah. The old, you know, soap in the olden days, as we say, used to have tallow, which was animal fat, right? That's one of the ways that they made it. I decided to make the line vegan because we live in a time when there's just the option to do so. Like there's just no need to involve animal products, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I am not personally vegan, but I just believe in only creating products that with ingredients that are really necessary to do the job. And so it's just not necessary to have animal fat in soap. It's just not necessary, you know, and it's also not necessary to make a moisturizing bar that has beeswax or other way. It's harder to do it without the beeswax for sure, you know, because with beeswax, people love it because you just melt it with some oils and then you just pour it and then it gets hard. But so this is a little more laborious to make, but it's worth it. And I also just love the way the skin feel, right? It also feels different. So that's why I chose to make the line vegan, and we're gonna stick with that with any other products we make.
I love that. The last thing I wanted to ask you about is your blog that seems to be more recent, or that's on your website, and you have a really lovely new posting for 2022 about the time and giving, taking, receiving. I was wondering if you could talk a little about that. It was really beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, the blog is new, and that's something that I had been wanting to do for a while, just to really connect more with our our whole community and just talk more about the self-care aspect, because for me, the brand is not just about the products. We're not a brand. We're not like a soap brand. We're not a moisturizing brand. We're really a culture brand that currently makes, high-end, like beautiful personal care products. And so the blog, post that you're referring to is because we really want to promote self-care above all. That's really what it comes down to. We're not, yes, we love when people are buying our products, but we really want to promote self-care above all. And just sometimes, for me, it means taking the time to give time to myself. I think that is really like the biggest wealth that we can give to ourselves, is the time that we give to ourselves to think, to rest, to plan, to dream. And like when I think about being wealthy, I think about having a lot of time. And so that's really something that I wanted to share with the community. It's not about getting things or achieving a certain status. It's really like to be wealthy in time, to me, is the ultimate wealth. So I want to share that with the community, and hopefully doing more of that also through a podcast that I want to launch hopefully by the end of Q1, sort of the Nopalera podcast. So that's also coming down the pike.
Wow, I'm very excited for that because I really love the whole layout of your blogs, and the poems that you include in your website too is really beautiful.
Thank you.
And I like what you said about, we're not just a consumer culture anymore. We have to take the next step and really celebrate the season of self-care, which is for us January. That's where we're celebrating taking care of yourself. The holidays are over, starting the new year, setting resolutions. So thank you so much, Sandra, for being here today and for this interview. And we hope to have you in our retail space as soon as we start doing in-person events again.
Yes, I can't wait. It'll be great to be able to commune with everybody in person.
Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you.